What's up, boys? Today I'm going to be taking my first look at Apocalypse Party for the big free DLC that just came out and the 30% sale. So it looks like we've got a ton of characters over here, which is very promising. We've got a basic firearm dude, a melee dude with some ramping damage and survivability, which sounds cool to me. Leveling up, chance to reset talents, and a rogue character, so let's go with the ramping stuff since I like that. And I think it seems like I have to do the trial here, so let's go ahead and do that. So the overall reviews for this game aren't that great, but it seems like it's on a bit of an upward trend, so hopefully it's turning around. And I'll see how I feel about it today. We got a Redeemer, which seems to be a spear. I'm gonna turn on my auto attack. Actually, that seems to slow me down a little bit, so I'm going to do manual attack for this. I don't seem to have a dash. Melee damage, attack speed, knockback strength. Ranged effects have larger radius. Can I see what my weapon is? Melee and range. So that would work. So let's try out a spear build with some extra range on it. So it looks like my little swing attack slows me down a bit there. So I kind of don't want auto attack on, I think. Let's check out some more chests and see what else there is. Tombkeeper Frost also has range and is an axe. It has extra tags, so maybe some extra scaling stuff on it. Seems to slow down guys a little bit as well. Oh, and in case you guys haven't heard yet, the Deep Rock Galactic Survivors is supposed to be having a decent sized patch fairly soon. I don't know when exactly, but the devs have just come out and said soon on for it. Worship Lady Luck. Next weapon will be Epic. Although I've kind of locked myself into going range, I feel a bit slow here. Armor is already full, it seems, but not anymore. Crit damage, HP below 40. Buzzsaw Barrel. Melee to enemies on compact. Exists melee damage plus 20%. So that must replace my equipment then? Range of the next melee attack sounds kind of cool with what I'm doing here. So this should be Epic now. Also has melee and ranged. We've got an Epic Axe now. Little combo attack there. There is something over here. Fireworks, I guess. So there's no dash, right? Oops, that was not what I wanted to do. Let's switch that back to what I had it on. And I wanted to see my key bindings. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's a dash ability. So I need to hit level 6 to activate an altar to summon a boss. Let's see what else we got here. Just stick with the Epic, since that's, I'm assuming, better. See what else we can find on the map over here. That looks like an armor thing, which I think I'm full now. All damage, Shattering Slash, chance to trigger explosions that deal ranged fire, stun duration caused by melee. Let's check this out and see what it does. So I still have the same weapon. I guess it's just like a bonus proc or something. Lightbringer. Oh, this is the statue for the boss, I think. I need some more levels for that. Doesn't feel like there's that much going on right now, but it's just the tutorial, I suppose. Melee, range, movement speed. Wonder, can I pull them into the green gas thing? Attack speed, crit rate. Melee weapon, good chance of increasing the range. That would be kind of cool. I guess I'm going a range melee build. So the blue things are probably the statues or shrines, whatever they are. Got our little passive boost from leveling there. Still need one more level to activate that thing. Got some nice range going on now after the kills there. Melee movement, attack speed, movement. Against enemies with 60% or more are guaranteed to score a critical hit, and it's legendary, sure. So I can activate this now, and we got a boss time. Seems like it's gonna be hard to dodge these guys as a melee with no dash ability, though. Have to attack sparingly and then move out of everything they use. Yeah, a couple unavoidable hits there because of melee. Seems like a lot of stuff going on. I probably should have taken some movement speed in my level ups, now that I think about it. If I can focus one of them down, that will give me a lot more room to move around. Equipment attained. Copies your melee attacks for 40%, sounds pretty good. Some attack speed and damage. Curse, completing 150 kills removes and it gives you stats. Seems kind of risky during a boss fight. Let's grab the purple here. Got one of them down. Well, at least you restore armor and health after. Electric ricochets in all directions. Is that a bonus thing? Okay, that's my sacred ability. Or I can get Blizzard. Designated area. I can't really see what that thing does now that I have it picked up. Reroll options. Well, I can try it out and see. Okay, kind of cool. Seems like the AoE was a bit low on it though. Let's try that and see how it is as well. While I'm already here. Texas Circular Saw revolves around you, melee damage, ranged effects have larger radius, 15% larger radius. Let's grab this and just get absolutely insane range on my melee stuff. Yeah, it does look a lot like Soulstone Survivors. The actual gameplay is a bit different though. You actually have to left click to use your attack and stuff. And it feels like movement is a little bit more important as well. In Soulstone, you kind of just mash your dodge key over and over. And then you don't seem to have a dodge in here. Movement speed, attack speed, crit damage, summoned entities obtained, many pirates. The summoned pirates sounds kind of cool, but I do need some movement speed to help me avoid bosses and stuff. Got some big ranged area now, pretty nice. Hold on 1 second. Alright, there we go. See what else we got in some treasure chests. Homewrecker expendable baton. Melee and range. It seems like most of the melee weapons actually have the range tag on them as well. So larger with melee damage, armor and armor cap increase, melee damage to fire. Equipment contains dragon glass auto attacks in front of a certain attack speed dealing melee frost damage. Sure, let's grab that. Launch. Whee! I can get a bit more armor over here. Then there's a chest somewhere over here. Dragon Slayer's Blade, melee and range. Getting some juicy AoE now. Equipment damage, armor and armor cap, fire damage, equipment damage. I am not sure on my armor. Oh, that's the thing over there. Let's grab the equipment damage to go with those proc effects I have. Bladed Evil, melee range. Well, it's epic as well, so I may as well try it out. Alright, that seems pretty nice. I think those are the same tags, right? Yeah, both have melee and range, so nothing new there. Got a reroll over here. Or wait, no, that's just an equipment. That becomes epic there. That doesn't look epic to me. Ancient Spirits, melee and range. Good chance of causing bonus damage with extra attack speed. Each ignited enemy or melee attack consists of 2 hits, dealing 70%. Let me get some extra attack speed there, I think. So I can activate another altar, it looks like, and it's pointing me over there. Let's go ahead and do that. Grab whatever the shrine is up here, get some armor. True Silver Sword. Melee and range. Inquisitor. Then we've got another boss here. I think I got a little bit of movement speed there, so it should be a bit easier to dodge stuff now. Each piece of equipment increases attack speed, crit damage, taking damage, frost crit rate. With every what traveled? Dark Stone that lasts for 3 seconds. I think that sounds kind of cool, giving me a bonus for moving around. Movement speed seems pretty important. So we've got our big swirling dark vortexes now every time I move a certain number of meters, it looks like. This guy seems a bit more forgiving on the AoE attacks than the first boss with 3 dudes all spamming stuff out at once did. Looks like he's got some type of barrier and we have to go kill this guy. Frostbite enemies take dark damage, melee damage, move speed, enemy with melee damage, body explode. Let me get some more movement speed here, I think. And then a decent chunk of melee damage as well. Oh yeah, I forgot to test out the blizzard thing. Generate multiple frost novas, rotate around you, fireball, projectile, probably the blizzard. Got a big AoE effect on that, even though I forgot to use it there. Keep killing until level 18. Melee and equipment, hand crank generator, electric ricochet every 5 attacks, or range damage. Let's get the electric ricochet on hits. And then explore some more to try and find that next thing. Oops. Golden Cudgel, melee and range also. May as well see how it is. The range on it seems kind of short, although that combo attack is kind of big. I think I like the consistency on the sword more, though. Ancient Dominator. Every 66 seconds, the Overlord corrupts enemies, reducing their HP to 1. Doesn't work on bosses. And then killing enemies hastens the next one. Frost fire damage. Melee attacks can deflect projectiles, which also deals bonus damage. Well, let's try out the legendary. Actually seems like I can use auto attack on this weapon because it doesn't slow me down like the other one did. Melee, range, darkness. That would give an extra tag to scale with, but it's a more common weapon. So I'm not exactly sure how that works in this game. Get a bit of armor over here. Oh, I can check out where the catapult takes me to. After I get the healing there. Whee! Okay, melee crit, when below, melee and equipment. Let's go with the melee and crit. That sounds a bit more universal. Got some chests over here to check out. Another Holy Twins. Homewrecker again. That must be my legendary reducing their HP to 1 there. Some armor, already full. Hell Skullcrusher, melee and range. So we've got a shrine here once I get high enough level for that. Frost Wheel, melee projectile frost, but I need the area tag on weapons with the upgrades I've gone so far. Equipment increases attack speed, Holy Crusader, armor increase, melee upgraded to melee lightning and equipment. Wait, isn't that kind of insane since I have a decent amount of equipment damage as well? Frost and melee, let's grab that. So I'm 18 for this boss now. Deer-headed elf, raging wind. Got some tornadoes going around all over the place. Got a volley going on up there. Throw my blizzard down. Don't know why it went all the way over there. The tornadoes seem to hit you a little bit before they actually reach you there. Kind of wish I went a range build at this point. Yeah, the tornadoes are just hitting you way before they reach you. Equipment attained, Nightmare Scythe, auto attacks at a certain attack speed, dark melee against corrupted enemies is tripled. Armor increase when suffering armor loss, gain anger. Next melee attack, range and damage. Stop melee attacks to increase damage. Nope. Let's grab that since I've got some decent equipment scaling stuff. Black hole, range, duration, curse. Reroll options. Reroll. Flame Lord, range, fire, and sacred. Make sure I get the healing here. Let's try the black hole. Do a bit more exploring now. Hades Spear, melee range. That slows me down while attacking, which is a bit annoying. Grab some rerolls there. Dark Wheel, melee darkness projectile. Doesn't have the area tag on it. Lightning Wheel. Doesn't have the area tag. Hell Titan Satan. He seems to be pulling me in a bit. And I don't seem to be damaging him. Oh yeah, I have my sacred thing. I can do a black hole on those guys there. Makes it kind of hard to see anything in that area though with all that black stuff going on. The music almost sounded like it was gonna go into Gangster's Paradise there for a second. Man, that guy has a lot of HP. It's got a lot of pull effects too, so the movement speed definitely feels super important here. Okay, just random unavoidable attack that did 93 damage. Got my sacred ability next time he summons adds. Pretty strong pull effect here, and he's not taking any damage. Get the sacred ability there with the adds coming out. Man, that is a strong pull effect. I think I'm just gonna chill away from him when he does that, since it did so much last time when I avoided it. All of that and he's not even at half yet, Jesus. That is a tanky boy. I just died without even taking a single hit on the fight. What? Stage cleared? Huh? Blade of Evil, Black Hole. Bunch of badges. I thought there were only 3 demons. What's that thing at the end? That's Satan, the Lord of all demons. When he, the Avatar of Wrath, shows up, it means Hell has launched a full-scale invasion. The plague will never end unless you kill him. Kill him? How am I supposed to do that when I can't even scratch him? It's okay, have the Holy Communion and you'll have the power to defeat Satan. But watch out for his hellfire. Once hit, you'll be incinerated and end up in hell. I won't even be able to revive you if that happens. About my daughter, you'd better keep your word. Oh, that was loud. So we unlocked the Hunter, some other sacred abilities. That is so loud. So we've got Chapter 1 now. Can I do the dungeon now? No. Still need to do some more stuff for that. Can I, like, go back and change character? So we've got Hunter, who has a summon by default. Weapon attacks mark enemies, and summoned entities focus on them, and summoned entities deal more damage to them. So let's check him out, and go to the new map I have unlocked. Activate 3 altars to enter hell. See what weapons we got around here. Screaming Mine, Firearm, Projectile Range. Oh, that's the Screaming Chicken thing that's supposed to be new, I think. I wonder if I can build around that. Powerful Summoned Entity, Fire Giant, sounds cool. Frost Giant, attacks with Ice Arrow. Drone. I like the Fire Giant that casts fireballs, that sounds cool. But yeah, let's check out some chests for some more weapons. Although I kind of want to do the Screaming Chicken Mines. Twin Blades of Deserts. Assault Rifle. Holy Bell. I think I'm just gonna stick with the Screaming Chickens unless I get a really cool sounding epic weapon. It's AoE and I can get them set up before enemies even get to me. The Way of the Dragon, melee movement speed. Just a punch attack, it looks like. Get my chickens back. Summoned Entity with the highest HP is stronger. Summoned Entity HP and standing near them speeds up the revival or max HP. None of these sound that interesting. Let's check out a reroll here. Mini Viking Warriors. Pyramid Scheme, 6% for each enemy they've killed. Mini Samurai. Let's grab the epic summon there. We got Demon Skull melee range. Oh, my mind's actually knocked me back a little bit if I'm in the explosion, which could be useful or it could be bad at sometimes. Dual revolvers. Knight's Flying Blade. Looks like we've got an elite over here. Let's see if I can mark him for the summons to kill him quickly. Got a legendary dragon. After killing 200 enemies, a dragon will hatch. Determined by your elemental tags. Sure, let's try that. Bullets come in pairs. Then we've got a little bar there showing how close the dragon is to hatching, I think. Need another 2 levels for the boss here. Death of a summoned entity generates a snowball. Fire hydrant sprays water around, dealing firearm frost damage. Mini ninja, melee, enemy with less than 20%. A stealth kill with a guaranteed critical hit. Sounds pretty good to finish low HP enemies off. Got a bunch of elites over there. Dragon's almost halfway hatched now, it looks like. Ball lightning. Moves randomly, small amount of lightning. Before death, it ricochets. Mini ice switch. There's a chance of restoring 1 point of armor. That sounds very useful. Each summoned entity increases armor and armor cap. Let's get the armor restore in combat first. That sounds pretty nice for survivability long term. And I have the level 6 to summon this dude. Death Knight Headless Man. Let's try and AoE him down and kite enemies on top of him for some extra damage there. Need to kill these guys creating the beams, I think, but they're taking a while with my summons just hitting whatever they want. Try and kite the other dudes through him to get the AoE damage on them. Alright, so it seems like you have to stand on top of the summon dudes to get them back. Otherwise they just stay on the ground like that. Or actually, it looks like they do come back, it's just much slower. And you can stand on top of them to speed that up a bit. Helios for each fire tag, increased fire damage. Each talent with critical hit tag, increased crit rate and crit damage. Each kill in a killing spree increases crit rate. This one sounds really insane if I can get a lot of crit tags. That would be so much for both of those if you can max it out. I only have 1 fire tag, so let's go for the crit here, even though it's lower rarity. And my dragon just hatched, so this guy's screwed now. We got Fireball, or Tesla Cage, Electromagnetic Field, lightning damage while increasing attack speed and movement speed. And I just launched myself flying. The buff on that sounds pretty nice. Odin's Wand. Every 10% energy, cast a spell projectile towards the mouse. After casting Sacred. Let's look for some summon-based stuff here, I think. Summon die shoots a projectile. Summoned entity targets an enemy, extra damage. For each summoned on the field, you grow larger and deal more damage. But it makes your entities weaker, so I probably don't want that. Let's take the one where they focus fire down enemies there. Look around a bit more for some item chests, see if there's any useful epics I could get from that. Let's check out the Tesla cage buff here. That guy got kind of wrecked. Then I get like movement speed standing inside that, I think. A lot of guys over here, so let's AoE those down real quick. Ranged effects, larger radius. Use the Sphincter to control one more firearm. 50% behind you. For each summoned entity, let's grab some extra attack speed for each summoned dude there. And then that will help me get out my mark debuff faster, which will then help the summons do even more damage. Lightbringer. Scampering monkey firework rocket. There's our purple, so let's try that out. True silver sword. Dave's fishing rod. Scoring a critical hit shoots a fish. Firearm crit damage. Good chance of auto reloading one bullet. Sure, that will help me hit a bit more and trigger my passive mark debuff. To then buff up my summons a bit. Thompson's submachine gun. That's probably better since it has a very fast attack rate. But then that has AoE damage, I think. I think I like the AoE actually. Apply my debuff to a lot of enemies at the same time. Summoned auto turrets, firearm damage, sacred ability maxes out, extra energy goes into your firearm. Summoned entities deal 20% more, and if they're far away from you, they deal massive damage. Sounds good. Oh, a legendary weapon. Kind of slow fire rate, so I think I'm gonna go manual aim on this one. Looks like it's one shot and then reloads. I'm actually not sure if that's good for the build where I want to be hitting really fast to apply my mark debuff to enemies though. So unfortunately it doesn't seem like the legendary weapon really fits the build here. See what I get over here at the chest real quick. Electro Demon, a lightning giant. Master Sifu, stronger after each revival. Attack speed, however attack speed is reduced after each attack. That would be good with the rocket launcher, but I have to grab a legendary summon for the summon build. Dark Fairy. Looks like a charged beam sort of thing. Pretty slow attack speed, so I don't think it's great for the build here. I don't know, I kind of just want a fast attacking ranged weapon, I think. Let's just go with the rocket launcher, the firework launcher. Got some fast attacks and some AoE, just a bit low on the ammo. Receiving damage, sacrifice entity with the lowest HP to reduce damage taken. Movement crits, sacred ability. Let's grab the crit. I have some decent crit scaling, and that one thing gives me crit chance and damage for every crit tag I have. I'm assuming that my crit chance and damage work on my summons, but I'm not sure if it does. Kitetsu. Candlestick? Doesn't seem to do anything. A submachine gun. Goddess of Recovery. HP is full. Need to go to the next statue for the boss. Mini Templar. Shoots an electric ricochet for energy. Fire hydrants. Frost giants. I think I like the Frost Giant summon there. Now we've got several giants that shoot elemental projectiles. Barbarian Flying Blade. Actually, I should see how that is. Projectile melee. Seems like I jump back a bit when I do that, so it's kind of awkward with auto attack. Probably just stick with the fireworks. Frostbit enemy receives frost damage, slows them. Summon entities, damage for each enemy killed. Each ignition stack increases crit rate. This sounds pretty good with the ramping damage for our summons there. I'm stuck and I can't move. Grab the fireworks back for some AoE and summon the boss here. Horseman of Plague, Loving Father. See if I can get my sacred thing over here for the buff on him and the damage. Electro Demon Lightning Giant would fit well. Carl's Magic Orb, 3 flames that revolve you. Sacred ability, chance to refill sacred energy. Grab our third elemental giant here. Wrecked. Oops, what was that? Flame Lord. I think I like the Tesla for the buff it gives me while standing in it on top of the damage. So we're done with this area, go look for some more chests and stuff. Demon Skull. Deagle. What is this? It's like something glowing on the minimap, but there doesn't seem to be anything to interact with here. Summoner of Thunder, Lightning, and summoned entities deal more. Summoned entities dealing damage to a frost enemy generates a water blast. Let's see, we have 13 for summon. It doesn't tell me how many fire I have sharing with that. Frost 2, looks like fire and lightning 1. So those should both be the same here. Get our sacred ability out here for the buffs. Power catch. Is that a fishing rod? Range melee summon. Summoned entities damage. Damage when killing an enemy. Shoot an electric ricochet. summoned entities deal more damage against enemies with an elemental status. I'm assuming that my giants of the different elements can probably apply status, so that seems like the best one here. I'm now fishing on top of them. But this weapon actually has the summon tag, which most weapons don't seem to, so that should scale better with what I'm doing. Bullets come in pairs. Health, Skull Crusher, range and melee. Meh. Summon this dude. Projectile damage and larger. Hitting a summoned entity with melee heals it. Certain range near the altar, increased damage. I don't think I'm really melee. Oh, I am actually. So I could actually heal my summons a decent amount with that. And the fish seems to have a decent area to it as well. We've got the triple boss again. I can't move. They're just like constantly stunning me there. I'm about to die without even getting hit a single time. I just lost my entire HP without even getting hit a single time. What? They used some wind attack that stunned me for 20 seconds, and then I just took a bunch of hits during that. And there was literally nothing I could do there. What? Football player, some sacred abilities, talent. So we've got this dude. Collisions with enemy knock them back and deal damage. Movement speed increases as you move. Sounds pretty cool there. Who? Was there someone else? Got some dudes down here. Killing enemies transform into a reindeer. Space to dash. The football player with a movement build sounds cool. So I didn't even unlock anything because it just cheesed me down. That's cool. So I'm trying to move really fast and run into enemies here. So I want a weapon that doesn't slow me down any. Blaster pistol. This one seems to knock me back slightly, so I don't really like that here. Sphincter to control one more firearm clips. None of those sound that cool. Is there any movement-based stuff? We have a movement speed here, which could be cool, although it does lower my attack speed. Here we go, just run through people. Staff of Flames firearm. Looks like I can just channel that in front of me and it doesn't slow me down any, so that's perfect. Dragon Slayer's Blade. So I can just barrel through people, channeling my staff at them. Seems kind of cool. Crusader crossbow. Assault rifle. LMG. How does that work? Seems fine, but it only hits one target. And it seems like it slows me down a little bit as well. Bullets come in pairs. Firework rocket. Yeah, I think I like the staff here. Giant axe. Guns and buns, armor and movement speed. That fits pretty well here. More movement speed to collide harder. Run people over all over the place. Every bullet increases movement speed, resets upon reload, spark plug, shoots sparks, afflicted with ignition, attack speed, armor cap. Let's grab the movement speed scaling with the attacking. Wrecked. If I can get that one upgrade that summoned a dark vortex when I'm moving, that would be pretty sick on this guy. Summoned entities, ranged effects have larger radius attack speed. That would help me stack up my bonus for attacking, and then I also get a larger radius, so that seems alright here. One more level and I can do the boss in here and then go look for some more chests outside. Dragon Glass, auto attacks in front, melee frost, auto reloads. Whoa, that's actually insane here. I get attack speed for every bullet fired, and then I move so fast I should have infinite ammo for that. This is a firearm, right? Yeah. That seems insane here. Activate the boss here. 6th Seal Eclipse. Don't think I've fought him before. Well, my single target damage seems pretty terrible, but it's a cool build at least. Inflict electrified upon collision with movement speed. Sounds pretty good. Spark plug. Carl's magic orb revolves around you. Electrified upon taking damage triggers extra attack dealing lightning. Sounds pretty good for the build here. Oops, walked into that. Got Flame Lord, Explosion, or Tarkov Hell, Air Force to bomb the area. Sounds pretty cool. Go zoom over to some other places now. Yeah, my staff never has to reload with how fast I move. That's pretty sick. Seems like a pretty good weapon here. Hades Spear. Redeemer. Semi-auto rifle. I don't know, the staff just seems so good for this. I don't really even think I'm gonna take anything else. Door to Hell? Range melee. Haven't seen that one before. Let's do the bombing attack over there. Certain range, ignited enemies give damage, sacred ability, damage and attack speed, all types of damage 30%. Probably that one. That could be way better though with lots of summons out. I'm assuming that the fire staff ignites enemies. It seems like it's putting some sort of fiery effect on them. Crossbow. The Way of the Dragon, that fist weapon. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Sometimes the chests auto-open and then sometimes they don't, and then you accidentally re-equip a different weapon. Movement, firearm, firehand mecha, last bullet. But I never fire the last bullet because I just infinitely reload the ammo now, so that wouldn't work. Movement speed, colliding with an enemy deals extra damage. And extra damage for how fast you are, that sounds perfect here. Extra damage on colliding and movement speed on top of that. Seems like the coolest build so far. Worship the God of Death? A big wave of enemies coming? Uh-oh. Body Slam, higher damage based on movement speed, sounds insane. I never reload, so that's useless, so let's grab that for the extra damage. Lightning Rod, certain distance summons a lightning bolt. Restores 1% sacred ability, but I don't really care about my ability that much. Larger with frost damage, but lowers movement speed. Sounds decent. Lord God Skull, range, melee, darkness. Need another 1 level to summon that boss. Electro Cruise, range, firearm, lightning projectile. I could try it, but I'm kind of synergized into the staff now. Auto attacks at a certain attack speed. Summons, all types of damage 30%. Seems like a decent amount there. What's up, Riza? Okay, that fires all of my bullets instantly, so I don't think that works with my build. And then the staff is really good, so... And I'm level 12 now, so I can summon that dude. See if I can focus one of these guys down real quick to make it easier to dodge stuff. I have so much movement speed and I still can't move here. Oh yeah, I have the helicopter bomber there. On the 48th second of every minute, a moonbeam shines on you, invulnerability to damage, and healing you for 20%. That sounds insane. Every 4 seconds, shoot a ricochet or a summon. Let's grab the healing there. Plus invuln every once in a while. So you've got one of them dead. That'll make it a bit easier to dodge. Water Walk. Continuously ride towards a cursor. Collision deals frost damage and has a chance to restore armor. That sounds perfect for the build. Umber Bolt, several bolts in the direction. I'm already full. See what else we can find. Guess I've already been over here. Fire and range is not bad. Cross damage, crit rate, attack speed. That actually could be helpful since I get bonuses every time I attack there. And we got some global crit on top of that. The only bad thing would be is if I increase my attack speed too much, then I won't be able to sustain the ammo. Demon's Blood. Movement speed, range, melee. Staff is working out great though, so I'm gonna stick with that. Rattlesnake Revolver. I wanna check out this Sacred ability. Okay, that's pretty cool. Whee! Then that has a chance to grant armor when you're going around as well. Seems pretty insane for the build. Demon, Lightning Giant, Sacred ability energy. You can consume HP to cast it. Every 10 critical hits generates a Rasengan toward the position. Continuously deals damage. And better with attack speed. Sure. Hades Spear. Scampering Monkey Firework Rockets. Another Staff of Flames. Alright, this build is getting pretty busted now. Raging Gaze Before Dawn. Gaze forward, dealing weapon damage to enemies within range, lasting 5 seconds with an 8-second cooldown. Inflict dark damage within a certain range, damage against corrupted enemies. Frostbite enemies receive 70% more weapon damage. Let's just go with the legendary there. That will do some extra damage as I'm like running into enemies. Need 2 more levels for the boss here. Lightning, range, movement speed. That's never gonna trigger since I never reload. Let's reroll for some more interesting stuff. After reload is useless. Firearm damage. Clip capacity minus 15 could be bad. Gaining more energy has a chance of bursting into flames. Fire damage to enemies on contact, sure. Even has the movement speed tag on it. Every 1% movement speed increases lightning damage by 1% movement speed. Each curse obtained provides 6% to all damage types. I do have some lightning, so that could be pretty good. I'm pretty sure I have over 100% movement speed, so I should have the max benefit from that. Guess I should go ahead and use that thing and just surf into him and obliterate him. Wrecked. Frostfire. Each active attack increases attack speed. Reset when expired. Let's try out the legendary here. I might need some more movement speed to go with that. Flying Thunder God. Enemies in the dimensions are stopped, taking melee and projectile. Guaranteed to crit. I think I like my current one. Looks like I am able to sustain the ammo while I'm constantly moving, so that's actually a great upgrade now. Oh yeah, I could be looking to grab some armor here. Bat gun. Grab a bit more armor there for this dude. And then I should be fast enough to avoid his unavoidable attacks now, I would think. He also seems to be dying a bit quicker as well. Let's go ahead and use this and blast him. I can't move! The pull is so strong! Wrecked. Alright, that class was super cool, really like that one. That is so loud. Got 2 characters, some abilities, talents. Is there like a setting for just that thing? It doesn't seem like it. Need to clear chapter 2 for that. So, let's see what new characters we got here. Executioner. Offering up 75 skulls increases damage by 50%. Kind of boring. SWAT. Drive the police car. Weapon damage when crashing into enemies. Let's try out the range-based guy now. Go to the new thing here. Just a shotgun. pretty nice into hordes. LMG. Firearm, attack speed, move speed, reloading. Probably just the big firearm damage. Water gun. Firearm range frost. That's kind of cool. Got a purple already. Firearm projectile. Doesn't seem that interesting, but it's purple. Looks like it has some built-in piercing at least. Dual revolvers. Excalibur. Melee range. Screaming Mine. Oh, that's that thing. Tactile reload, clip capacity, reload speed, projectile damage. Staff of Antonitis. When shooting the first bullet, fires an ice projectile at the same time. That would be good with like a really small clip and a fast attack rate, but I don't know that I'm really going to be going there. So probably just the big damage there. Rifle. We'll see, with a one-shot weapon it would actually be quite good. Don't know that I really like that one though. Flamethrower. Goddess of Recovery. Every bullet fire increases move speed, firing speed. Projectile fired by you will split into 3. That sounds cool. So I guess I'm gonna have to be closer to melee range now to maximize the damage from that though. I might have made a mistake there. Springfield rifle. Glock. I guess if you get enough damage it might not matter that much, but the elites are going to be pretty hard to kill from range. Holy Bell. What? It's just like channeling an ability at a certain range, it seems like. And it doesn't seem to work with that triple shot. Revolver shotgun. Toilet shoots liquid projectiles forward. Reload speed, clip capacity, but minus reload. Plus 20 rounds would be insane on some weapons though. It's a pretty big boost to reload speed. Let's just grab the toilet. Desert Eagle. Yeah, it's kind of hard to kill tanky elites with the split shot thing. you get pretty close and then enemies can block your projectiles and stuff. Bullet penetration +1 would be quite helpful. Plus 65%, but lose a lot of clip capacity. Let's take the penetration there. So I'm high enough to summon the first boss here. Semi-auto rifle. Haven't really found a lot of like epic or higher weapons yet though. The Dwarf King, Evil Eye. When a projectile disappears, 3 reversed projectiles are generated. 30% damage. Last bullet is guaranteed to score a critical hit. Let's check that thing out to go with the other extra projectiles. Should get pretty crazy later on. Flying Thunder God, Water Walk. That's projectile, so that will probably synergize with some of the upgrades I have here. Firearm, range, fire, but it doesn't have projectile tag. Okay, that seems kind of crazy with the upgrades for it. Control an extra firearm, dealing 30%. So I have to get an extra firearm for that, it looks like. 15 rounds or dual crits. Let's check out that. So I need that over there. And then I probably want to look for a better weapon that's like a firearm and a projectile for it. Although I still want a new main weapon as well, since that one just doesn't seem that interesting. Crit damage plus 25%, firearm damage, upgraded to fire, bullet penetration and arrow plus 3, clip capacity minus 10. That would really mess me up currently, but it might be doable later on. So I can go either fire or frost. I do have some frost already, so let's go with that one. Go all in on the toilet water build. Actually, that might be better for my force gun over there. It will certainly fire a lot more. Screaming Mine. It would be kind of funny to dual wield those so you could just have an absolutely insane amount of screaming chickens. Daryl's crossbow, firearm projectile, so that should work actually. rifle. Different tag obtained damage. Sacred energy effects last longer. Extra damage. Reloading has a chance to trigger an instant reload and some damage on top of that. Sounds pretty good. Chance event, movement speed increase, active continuous effect increases equipment, or a big chunk of damage since everything's converted to frost here. I guess the revolver seems fine now that I have some reload speed. Electric ricochet for every infliction of the frostbite. Equipment damage. I need to get 150 kills, and then that would give firearm damage and reload speed. Sure, let's go for that. It's gonna be pretty painful currently, but 150 enemies doesn't seem that bad. Probably pretty close to finishing it now, I would think. So let's go ahead and get those guys out. Clip capacity 20, reload speed minus 25. Reload firearm attacks deal bonus damage for 2 seconds. Longer reload increases that. Firearm attacks consume double ammo but deal more damage. I think I like the clip capacity here because there are some interesting buffs that also reduce your clip capacity. So that will allow me to get some more interesting upgrades later on. Go ahead and get that thing out for some extra damage. Might just turn auto attack on with that many shots. And I have pretty fast reload speed now as well. Black hole, Tarkov hell. I think I like the lightning projectile thing I have. The last bullet fired creates a wall of fire, but I have a ton of bullets, so that's not that good. Sand of time projectile at the nearest enemy every 4 seconds. Firearm firing speed seems pretty solid. 30% with how many shots I have should be pretty good. And I can have an absolutely insane amount of bouncing bullets. Sniper rifle, firearm projectile. Doesn't sound that interesting. Holy bell. Although actually with the extra clip size, it might actually be pretty good. So it's at 21 when normally it would be 1. But it slows me down when I fire it, so I don't really like that. Holy, that was insane. Worshipping a statue. Weapon attacks inflict additional frost damage. Equal to 5%. Frost damage equipment. Critical hit with a firearm increases firing speed. That sounds pretty cool, and I could stack it up over time to scale up all my frost stuff. So I'm gonna take the revolver back since that slows me down a bunch. But now I need to find some statues to ramp that up. So I need to take some damage to use the recovery statue over here, so I can get my permanent frost damage. Summoned Fire Giant, bunch of damage and crit stats. When you receive fatal damage for each frost tag, you gain invincible for 2.5 seconds. That's some pretty nice damage there. The shotgun damage is getting pretty insane with the triple bullets hitting all at the same time now. Firearm damage, speed, frost, and projectile. Projectile damage, but lose flying speed. Let's grab the big one there. Grab some extra attack speed. Whoa, never seen that before. The Grandmaster, melee, firework launcher. Let's go grab the statue up here for the permanent frost damage. Rick's portal gun. Firearm range. Let's see what that does. It doesn't really seem to do anything. I don't know, there's just too much going on the screen right now to see it. Auto turret, bullet increases movement speed. Projectile deals 30% more for each enemy pierced. Sounds pretty good. Should help with the AoE clear here at least. Wait for the invuln to go away, and then pop the ability soon. Need to kill this dude. And these dudes. Alright, he's vulnerable now. Pop that. Create a ton of lightning and blast him. Try to stay close to get all the projectiles hitting at the same time. Wrecked. Blizzard. All types plus 40%, attack speed, frost and projectile, seems like the best there. Flame Lord. Eat toilet water, or I guess drink in this case. He moves that attack fast enough that you can't even get out of it, which seems a bit weird. Wrecked. Oh, we got phase 2 now. Cool. Let's put that on him for some extra damage. I can't even move out of his attacks with the pool there. Are you supposed to just get like a lot of survivability or something? Or maybe it's because I'm like a short range build now with the shotgun projectiles. Okay, this seems way more complex now with the extra phases on it. Interesting. Wrecked. Alright, I will be right back. Alright. Oh my god, you're back! Didn't he already get what he wanted? Why do demons keep coming? Wait, am I seeing this right? Looks like someone doesn't want to go to heaven, my friend. So want to take a trip to hell with me? My pleasure. Oh my god, that's loud every time. Some weapons, abilities, talents, characters. And I think I have the infinite dungeon unlocked now, which is supposed to be new in the patch here. Let's see, Princess. Allies within a certain range will transform into knights, increasing types of damage. With a bonus based on how low your HP is. And then we got the engineer. Summon a decoy dummy. The dummy will continuously taunt and then explode, dealing weapon damage. So you can unlock anyone with skulls based on boss kills. But I'll probably wait until I unlock some more stuff naturally. Let's see if I can do like a summoner build with that effect and see what happens. And check out the infinite mode. I'm assuming it works on your own summons, but I'm not sure yet. If not, then I'm not even gonna have a passive. So there doesn't seem to be a mini-map here. Can I jump off the bridge? Nope. Looks like it's just this small little arena here. Different tag provides 3% damage. Summon to lightning giants. Armor and armor cap decreased. Let's grab the early summon and see if that works. So we've got some weapons here. None of those sound... well, pet beating stick, range melee? Does that actually like let you buff your pets or something? Investigator skull. So that sends me a chest with it. I'm not sure if that does anything to my summon. But I started with a blue and that's a green. Dark damage, all types, HP, firearm, meh. It's okay. Might save that for a bit later. So pretty small arena, doesn't seem like you can go anywhere else. Yeah. And it doesn't seem like my passive works on my summon since he looks the same. Although I do also give damage, which is I think that 63% based on my HP. So I want to look for some stuff that increases my HP as well. Ranged attack speed, mark enemies upon collision, movement speed for each one, and deal weapon damage guaranteed to crit to all enemies and to remove their marks. Electric, summon a dark thunderbolt at the mouse position. Let's look for some more summon based stuff, I think. Trident of Poseidon. Suffering armor loss deals damage. Lightning damage increased by 300%. Chance of triggering a lightning strike. I kind of want some more like globally useful stuff. Melee damage to explode. A mini ninja. Entities fight in soul form during a revival but deal 20%. Let's grab the extra summon there. Tome of Arcana, barrage of projectiles, weapon damage. Let's grab the movement and crit damage there, I suppose. Current weapon, Grab the global damage there. And I guess some more global damage there. See, he's hitting for 22 if I'm not close to him. And he's still hitting for 22. So it doesn't seem like my aura that works on allies works on him. He's hitting for 22 there, 22 there, 22 inside my aura. Yeah, my aura just doesn't work on him, it seems. Well, there goes that build. Range damage in effect, lightning and attack speed, buzzsaw barrel, melee. Probably just take the global stats there. Firearm, don't really care about any of that. Probably pass for now. So, is this character supposed to be an online character only or something then? Lightning, summoned entities deal more. Barbecue grill. Let's grab the global boost there with some lightning damage. Frying pan, there's a frying pan projectile. Entity scores a critical hit, sticks a detonating note, which triggers an explosion. Upon the death of a summoned entity, spawns a lone spirit. Keeps losing HP while pursuing. Upon death, it deals dark damage to 6 spirits. Sounds cool, let's try that. So we've got some challenges down here. Generates chaos that inverts your controls. Keep your HP above 90%. Extra martial monk. Try that one maybe. Grab some crit rates and damage. Horseman of Plague, Loving Father. He just turns his AoE attack so fast that you can't even get out of it once he starts moving it. Seems like a really strange design choice for that. Bounty reward, extra coins. Dealing damage has a chance to instantly kill, doesn't work on bosses, dark and AoE. These don't seem very interesting here. Summoned entity increases dark damage, or I can get a fire giant, increasing the range of the next attack. Let's grab the fire giant there. Summon damage is decent. Summon tags pack. Let's check that out. Oh, okay. That's pretty good. Target same enemy, extra damage. Evolve once every 40 seconds. Instantly heals with more HP. And bonus lightning damage on attack. Sounds pretty cool. Each reviving one grants attack speed. Frost Giant. So let's grab this to improve all these summons over time and keep them healed up a bit more. And then I don't have much left. Revolves around an electromagnetic gravity field to deal lightning damage. Armor cap, suffering armor loss, activates electro shield, ranged lightning, or a summoned entity drone that fires projectiles. Sounds good. Desert Eagle, probably not. Don't think those damage types are super useful. Oops, I meant to do refresh. What does recycle even do there? Projectile and summon is decent. Bullet arrow penetration. Probably not since I'm summons. Pretty good there. Attack speed and all damage seems decent. And some crit damage. Range and melee. That's literally undodgeable, what? I was moving perpendicular as it casted and it still hit me. That one just randomly got avoided somehow. Crit rate melee for summoned entities. Upon receiving damage, sacrifices an entity. Let's get the extra summons there. Ignition stack, Holy Bell. Summon damage is pretty good. Let's see what else there is. Chance event, weapon, revolver, shotgun. Let's just pass for now. Feels like there could be a few more options between weapons there, since I haven't really found anything interesting for this build yet. What? Trade coins for armor or HP. 50 coins for random max HP increase. So let's grab that. 140 up to 148. 1 HP. So I don't have much after getting all that HP. Range melee doesn't really seem that interesting here. Summoned entities 20% more extra when killing. Auto turret. Let's just grab the auto turret for now. Dealing firearm damage. Summoned entity HP. Summoned entity HP revival. Sure. Some damage 17% is pretty good. And let's go with that. Shield, HP, dark, crit rates, extra random elite enemies, randomly generates rocks that limit movement. Let's go with these two, and then that'll get me a lot more money. Get 'em, boys. Wrecked. We've got a legendary. Upon the death of a summoned entity, its soul is sacrificed to summon an evil spirit. The evil spirit materializes and spews soul projectiles, dealing dark. Sure. Random weapon, same quality as the held one. Attack speed. Bat gun is a summon. That would be perfect then. Current weapon, but I'm switching to that and I can't get it yet. I guess revive them a bit faster. Let's refresh here. Melee, crit. Maybe some percent chance. Let's see what else there is. Projectile and summon is fine. Maybe another refresh. 20 armor, decent summon damage there, and some HP. That seems quite good. And that's about it. Now I have a legendary summon weapon. Oh, that seems pretty cool. There's actually a weapon just like that in 20 minutes till dawn, too. So that's probably from the crossover event between them. I'm taking so much damage without even being hit there. Keep attacking something and it drops stuff? Oh, it drops weapons as you hit it. But I already have a legendary summon weapon, so I doubt I can even replace that. I guess you can salvage those for a bit of coins. So we can now recycle all for a ton of gold there. Let's look for some better stuff. I guess that's okay. Attack speed and continuous effect. Refresh. Shield, all types. That's fine. Sacred ability, meh. Let's see what else there is. Continuous effect, enchant, seems pretty good. Sure. And that's about it for there. I can't move! Summoned entity, ball lightning, drone, fire damage. Sounds pretty good. We're going kind of hard on the summoned firearm dudes. Projectile, dark, continuous. Just got some move speed there. And I don't have a whole lot left, so I'm just gonna go there for now. Like, moving out of their attacks just doesn't even seem to do anything. All range, 4%. I'm not sure if that works on the summons, but it would be pretty useful if it does. Chance event. Probably just grab that and go. I can barely even move with that gravity thing going on. Summoned entities target the same enemy, damage boost, highest HP, deals more damage, armor and armor cap. Probably the focus fire there. I have a ton of summons out now. Shield cap, fire damage, summon entity, max HP, sure. HP, sure. Continuous effect, projectile, movement, attack. That's pretty good, but I can't afford it yet. Boss within 30 seconds. Probably doable with the focus fire thing I have. 50%, probably not. Invert control sounds really risky, so let's go with that. Movement attack could be useful with the summon gun. Those are pretty low, so let's just go with that. Try and summon these guys back up. Wrecked. Attack speed, move speed, guaranteed on round 2 and 4. Damage received reduced by 50%. I'm thinking the attack movement speed so I can move out of stuff. Store HP armor, movement speed, choose. Projectile, range firearm. I definitely want this, and then maybe this for a free talent. Movement speed and continuous effects. I actually do like the auto reload for the bat gun. Mill turbo generates power to make your next attack deal bonus. Enemies you've knocked into are not moving in a straight line. I like the auto reload for the bat gun there. And then go with that. Then why is the sound just randomly so loud? The master is so low. Alright, got a lot more movement and attack speed now. And I get some reloads as I move around. The gravitation effect seems like it's just going to result in me getting one shot later on when you can't really dodge anything while it's going. So 7 shots, the 7th deals extra damage, might not consume bullets. Death of a summoned entity, it sacrifices a weaker entity to immediately resurrect. An additional dark damage. Fire damage triggers a small explosion. Let's go with the summon sacrifice thing. I have several effects that trigger when my summons die, so it might synergize with that. I have 66, so I might want to heal up there. Firearm summon and equipment, sure. And that's about it for there. The movement speed does seem to be making a big difference though. Some of the attacks were just undodgeable earlier. Random weapon. Current weapon damage might actually be pretty good now that I'm using the summon legendary. Crit damage and probability, sure. And that's about it for there. Gravitation is so dangerous, I can't even move during that. I can't move at all! Frost, firearm, summon's decent. Don't have a lot to spend, so I'm just gonna save for now. That is so much stuff going on. Seem to be getting insanely tanky now as well. Even with all that focus fire damage going up to maximum effect on those last few guys there. Crit, summon entity generates a snowball, or I can get a fire hydrant. Sure. Revival plus 17% is probably pretty good. Summon damage. Probably don't have that much left now. Gravitation is so insane. I literally can't move with this guy on me. Jesus. Random weapon armor. Summon is okay. Generates walls of fire. Damage dealt to bosses? How is that a challenge? Oh, damage dealt by. Durr. Generates swamps with slow movement. I could get 2 of them. Let's grab, I guess, the ground effect stuff and try to avoid that. See if I can focus those guys down. Try to avoid all the ground stuff. There's kind of a lot of ground stuff going on though. Probably use a bit more movement speed now as well. Big monies. Store and heal all. I should probably take that with how low I'm getting. Melee, kind of a bad shot there. Actually, can I get both of these? Okay, that's not too bad then. Earth, equipment, frost and range damage, certain range, corrupted enemy, ranged effects, larger radius and attack speed. Summons a dark thunderbolt. Seems like probably the best there with the bats. Current weapon damage seems alright. And I don't have that much left. Jesus, dude, those unavoidable charge guys are just insane. I need even more movement speed. Like, you move perpendicular to the line and it still hits you every time. Maybe if you stay in close range, you can get behind them as they're doing it. But there's just so much stuff spawning in there, it seems kind of silly to do that. Yeah, that doesn't seem feasible. All damage, summon entity revival's probably decent. It's quite a bit of magazine capacity for the bats. Summon damage, reload is kind of good. Sure. Should be able to summon a lot more bats out now. Ball lightning summon entities. This will probably give me the most damage here, and I'm kind of falling behind on that a bit, so all types of damage, crit damage, and don't have much left there. Probably need to try and focus the heal guy. And he just does a massive heal on himself as well. I can't move, the gravity is too strong. Trade your HP for XP and coins. I could. Sacrifice 20, sure. Traded num 1 HP. I guess I'll do that and try to get a bit of healing from the shop. Reload speed, that's quite a bit. Probably look for some other stuff. Armor, weapon damage, sure. Summon damage. That's about it for there. Yeah, I really need some more movement speed, it seems like. Just so many enemies and so many lines on the ground. Current weapon damage. Don't think any of those are that great. Restore some HP, probably. Reload and attack speed, equipment, continuous effects. Probably get the attack speed. Seems pretty good with the bats. Just an immortal heal dude spamming there through everything. Then a gravity guy making it so I can barely move. With every travel, leave a dark zone, dark damage and summon entities, and crit chance. Let's grab the purple summon there. Kind of bad shot there. I could use a bit of healing. Generates extra charging troll, extra suicide goblin, inverts controls. Let's try the extra summons, I think. Hope I have enough AoE damage for them. Okay, that hits so far away. Seems like it's +1 summon for every single wave, so it's actually a huge number of enemies over the fight. Big monies. HP, those all seem pretty good. Equipment obtained missile launcher. Shot has a chance to launch a rocket. Firearm. Sure, sounds pretty interesting at least. None of these seem that important, although that's okay. I could use a big heal here. So I can't actually get that still. Current weapon damage. I guess I'm just going to take that every time and try to get absolutely ridiculous bats. Dark and attack speed actually seems decent, since I have those projectiles that shoot all around me, so probably lock that. And then attack speed to summon even more bats as well. I just can't move at all with the gravity, dude. Heal guy, I need to focus down. That's so weird that it heals itself over 50% of its HP. Like, what? Maybe it should only heal other enemies, because it's impossible to even kill a healer. Good chance to trigger an instant reload, continuous effect, chance of extending the effect duration. Do I have anything with that? Doesn't really seem like it. 2 duration, 1 chance. Each talent with a dark tag increased dark damage, but then non-dark can't kill enemies. I might just take that for the instant reload to get some more bats out. All types of damage, sure. Seems like if I'm in close range, right as that Dark Wave procs, it can hit them multiple times for a lot of damage. I really don't think healers should be able to target themselves like that. Dark damage, all types. All types seems pretty good. Probably just save for now, don't have a lot left there. I can't move with the gravity, Jesus. Gravity and heal definitely need some tweaks. He's just spam healing himself and there's nothing I can do about it. Very engaging gameplay, thanks. He's just spam healing himself. I just lose because there's one guy spam healing himself with no counterplay. Okay. Got a bunch of badges. Lance of Eternity. Some new talents. Fortunately, it didn't seem like my passive works with summons, so I guess that's a multiplayer only thing. Stack of Bloodlust upon taking damage. Those are allies, so I guess this is a multiplayer character then. So the game's definitely interesting. There's a lot of potential stuff you can try out with so many different characters and weapons and talents. I feel like the healing and the gravity guys need to be tweaked a bit, but overall I liked it. So that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.